Girl, when you first start your YouTube channel, unfollow everybody. Everybody, you hear me? You only need to follow a good 2 to 3 people and stay locked in, because the more that you consume, the more channels that you're following, the more videos that you keep watching, and you're trying to get inspiration from it, pull some type of creativity and things like that, it can become a little confusing, and it could cloud your judgment. It could cloud your true voice. You really don't need other inspiration at this point in time. You need to allow yourself for once to be the inspiration of your own life. When I first started this channel, I followed 2 people, literally, and then it grew to 3. And I was intentional, and I'm still intentional about who I follow. It needs to be somebody who their personality resonates with me, their message resonates with me. I love the way they're living their life. They're living their life the way that I aspire to live mine, or maybe they've done things on YouTube that I haven't done yet, that I'm striving for, that I want to try, that I want to test and see if this is, something that's going to work for me outside of my normal box, right? In the past, when I was following like 10 different business coaches, my mind was so confused because I'm taking in 10 different forms of information, 10 different point of views, 10 different opinions, and the way that everybody else was doing things. And I had to nix that number. Like, it had to go. So for YouTube, I followed a good 2 to 3 people tops in the beginning. And honestly, even now today, I unfollow more and more people as I'm going, if I'm being honest, between my personal, YouTube channel and then this actual channel where I make my videos and I put all of my conversations out here. But I realized a while ago, too much of something, sometimes more isn't better, more is just more. And when you need to finally free yourself of your creativity, of your inspiration, being inspired by your own voice in your own life, and like the girls say, being the main character in your own story, when you finally choose to show up like that, you should really let your channel be like that. Like, I went into this saying this is like my version of Good Morning America. I think I've said that on a few videos, like when I first got started. It's probably somewhere in those first 10, 15, or 20 videos on here. But I said, this is my version of Good Morning America. And now it's pivoted to, this is my version of Netflix. This is like my Netflix documentary. I don't know, maybe will Amazon Prime this bad boy? I don't know, but I treat it like that. And I show up on here just like that. I want it to be the most like honest version of who I am. And I don't need other inspiration right now. I need to let my dreams be my inspiration. I need to let my thoughts be the inspiration. I need to let my whimsical ideas be the inspiration. And the fun thing is, you can throw them out here and see how they land. It could land with a 15,000 view video. It could land with a 500 view video. Nothing is lost. Like, either way it lands, nothing is lost. I want you to choose to leave perfectionism at the door. I want you to step into a little bit of vulnerability. I want you to have fun. I want you to create joy on this journey. I want you to enjoy reconnecting with yourself through these videos, through your voice, through nature, through being outside minus the mosquitoes. I want you to enjoy this process, because think about it, as high functioning women that are already burnt out by our jobs, feeling exhausted, we're probably already in a situation where we don't experience 100% joy. Maybe you dread driving that work commute, driving into the job, or you start to feel the knots in your stomach before you even step into the door, or the moment you have to meet with your boss. You already know it's going to be something. My dad loves the term, if it's not one thing, it's another. And maybe you're feeling some of that. I've read some of your comments. I've listened to your thoughts and your sentiments. And I'm grateful for y'all sharing, because it sounds like we feel very similarly. And y'all know I'm down to, I think, the last week. Tomorrow I'll have 1 week left of my job. And I feel like now I want to create a restorative plan after burnout, how to restore my body and heal my mind and just heal my nervous system after feeling burnt out and working at such a high level and a high capacity for these past 4 to 5 months, commuting initially 3 hours a day, and then 3 hours a day turned to 3 hours a week. Thank God, shout out to my cousin, stay with him now. So I'm also living in between houses, and yeah, all of that to say, like, I know exactly how y'all feel. So when you're choosing to use YouTube as your option, as your way that you want to make extra money, extra income, as your way that you want to help other women, help other people, and start serving, it's important that you find joy in this journey. You find joy. So I want to really challenge you to not follow so many people. Heck, if you even got to put me on mute, hopefully not for too long, but if you got to mute me for a minute, that's okay. I want you to lean into the people that are inspiring you, and hopefully I'm one of those people. But that's what I did. I only watched the videos of those that were really inspiring me, that made me feel like I could do this, that made me feel the joy and the excitement. I learned things about their life in such a unique way, and took pieces from their puzzle. Maybe it was their setting, maybe it was where they chose to film their video, maybe it was just like the honesty and humility in their conversation and their communication. Sometimes it was a few words that they started to share and say. And I think when we're seeking, oh my God, look at the sun. Oh, you can't get a good view. Oh my gosh, look at it. It is literally pink, y'all. We're experiencing a really bad haze. I think it is from the Canada I keep saying wildflower. From the Canada forest fires. So I won't be out here very long. But I think about just the people that I glean towards, and I even think about moments where I have to ask myself when I'm recording a video, how does this feel? Are these topics and conversations that I want to have? And usually I create from a whim of what's on my mind and what I'm trying to do and figure out right now. So please don't be surprised if soon you start to see some videos about finances and like how to get your money together when you start making extra money and making extra options, because I'm growing passionate about that. And I lean into what feels good, even what feels vulnerable, that has added to who Renee is today. It's a piece of my story. So as it fits, as it's on my mind, as it's on my heart, I lean into it. There's some strategy behind some of the videos that I create too, with intentionality. If I'm trying to take you on a certain journey or take you on a series without calling it a series. So there's some intentionality there. But I really want you to follow the people that fuel you, that get you excited, that, show you the hopefulness in the process, and honestly are just a couple steps ahead of you. I'm in the process now where I'm still locked in on the same 2 to 3 people. My coach, Glow, I just absolutely love and adore her. I've mentioned her more times in this video than I have not. She's just a fantastic human, and I just really am grateful for her yes and me catching the wave of what she started and now where it's led me today. My other coach, Gabe, I'm enjoying being in his program and learning the process from him. It's a much different angle because it's more of unique editing and storytelling. And I realize, I don't know if you feel this way too, but everything we're doing, story is like the connector. Everything we're doing, story is like the intersect. And I want to become better with my storytelling for the sake of the fact that I just love good stories. I mean, I grew up, my parents would always leave my couple dollars on the counter for that Scholastic book fair. Shout out to you if you remember. Leave it in the comments. They would always leave my money on the counter for that, and I would just fall in love with these stories. I had a couple of my favorite books, Winnie the Pooh. I love Chronicles of Narnia, and a few others. But as I got older and realized that the storytelling industry is I think it's like a multi-billion-dollar industry. This is why we go to movies. This is why we listen to documentaries. This is why we get caught up on TikTok series of, other people's stories. And so now you get to be the author of your own story on here. You get to create the narrative and take us on the journey of your life, of who you are, of what you're thinking today, of what makes you unique, what is your, they call it the advantage edge. What is the thing that you can walk us through or help us understand or change our point of view on. And you get to do it however you want to do it on here. That's, I think, the beauty of YouTube. Yeah. So that's what I'm learning from one of my other coaches, and I'm enjoying his process. And then you can't forget Uncle Myron, Myron Golden. I've been watching him since last summer, so little on and off for about a year now. And I mean, he is 10 trillion steps ahead of me, but also someone that I'm learning from and showing me what I can shoot for. So it's almost like three tiers of the individuals that I'm following. It's like tier 1, 2, 3, from the distance of where they are to where I'm trying to get and where I want to grow to be. So yeah, I just offer that same encouragement to you. You don't need everybody. You don't need to follow 50 different people. You only need a handful that you're getting inspiration from, and allow yourself to be inspired by who you are for the first time in a long time, I'm sure. Like, really just lean into trusting your voice and just be excited and create the joy in the journey. If you don't enjoy this, I don't recommend you do it. It may not be for you. And this is why the path of least resistance is truly the best path. Not focused on the perfect background, the backdrop, not focused on the perfect camera. This is literally my iPhone 17 while I'm out here completing day 4, clap for me, of our walking challenge in the Options Club. If you are interested in the membership, link is in the description. We are now at 15 ladies. Now, I don't know where the other 10 came from because we started at 5 a couple days ago, but this is our community. It's open and it's growing, and our community is building the community. So this is actually a space where you can build what you want and build what you desire as we build our options, as we change our mindset, as we elevate our money, as we start to get extra options coming in and extra money coming in, and we can figure out what do we want to do with it, So this is just that space, and we're just getting started. So if you're interested, link in the description. But yeah, I'm excited for y'all. I'm rooting for y'all. And if you started your channel already, drop it in the links below. We also we have the wait list. I have gotten some emails about, oh man, I forgot to resume my workout. See?